this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today we are reading Chapter 7 of Hermitcraft Mayhem. We are continuing on my little universe where I put Minecraft YouTubers into a Minecraft-inspired world universe and see what happens. In this case, it's focused on the hermits. If you haven't read the other parts, there is a playlist in the description if you want to catch up, but you don't have to. Because, yeah, there's like a lot of stories. And yeah, but I hope you guys like these, and we'll see where we go from there. There are captions available if you are interested in following along for the chapter, but if not, that's also fine too. Let's begin. Bdubs tweaked one of the many components. Bdubs tweaked one of the many repeaters that consisted of the alarm system, checking and double-checking to make sure everything looked right. Impulse was right beside him, head down, head down deep in the redstone workings. Blake and Green were leaning against the opposite wall, observing. So what are you planning to do when this is done? Green asked nonchalantly. Bdubs glanced over his shoulder, spotting the younger hermit, twiddling his fingers. You didn't have to come down here, you know, Impulse noted simply. I've been cooped up in that fortress for days. Green interjected. I need some space to breathe. Impulse sighed. Clara still won't let us go outside? Nope, Blake said matter-of-factly. Not without an adult. Julius is an adult. Blake smiled. You know what I mean. The elder hermit shook his head. At least we'll have some way of knowing when they decide to use the back door again. What about the front? Green smirked weakly. Impulse snorted. I think someone would notice. No one noticed them sneaking in from the back door either. Green pointed out. Everyone was sound asleep, none the wiser. Not everyone, Impulse said quietly. But you're both okay, that's all that matters, right? Bdubs pressed. How we know? Green raised an eyebrow, looking over at Impulse. I'm fine, Impulse snapped, getting to his feet, stepping away from the redstone machinery. I'm just being careful. Green shook his head. Careful or not, I'm not sure either of us are okay. Not after last night. Bdubs' heart sank. I woke up Liam as soon as I heard Impulse's distress call. We know, Impulse said softly, and we appreciate that. Bdubs nodded. We'll have to try again. Maybe with more help? We need to find a way to keep Gerald away from Scar, Impulse replied. How? He's a ghost. He dragged us away. Green shuddered, wrapping his arms around himself. I don't know, Impulse admitted. Holding on didn't work in the long term. At least, not physically. What are you thinking? Green perked up. Bdubs could see the wheels turning in Impulse's head. I'll need some time, Impulse said quickly, turning toward his protector and the hermit. We should probably get back upstairs before people start to worry. You mean Clara? Blake raised an eyebrow. Impulse nodded. Protocol is protocol. Green giggled, turning toward the stairs before pausing. You guys hear that? Hear what? Bdubs asked, tilting his head to listen. That. Green pointed toward the stairs. It sounded like gears, or pistons going off, pulling back. Someone opening the secret entrance. The noise was followed by footsteps, coming down the stairs before someone appeared into view. Jem? Impulse frowned, spotting the young hermit. Jem took in the room, biting her bottom lip. You guys almost done? She asked. Yeah. Did my aunt send you down here to check on us? Jim shook her head. Julius told me you'd be down here. Kate's awake, and she wants to talk to you. What? Impulse gasped. She's awake? Mm-hmm. Skiz is with her right now, she replied. She's still a little out of it, but she wanted to see you. Impulse nodded, crossing the distance to stand beside Grian. We'll be there in a minute. He turned to Bdubs. Can you grab that redstone box over there and take it up? Yes, of course, Bdubs said, smiling at his friend. I'll join you when it's put away. Impulse nodded, before disappearing up the stairs after Jim, who had vanished a few moments earlier. Grian was shortly at his heels. Blake looked out the door, keeping an eye on them. Bdubs quickly went to grab the redstone box before joining the young man. You didn't have to wait for me. Not leaving you down here by yourself either, Blake said simply, gesturing to the stairs. Bdubs nodded in agreement before taking the stairs, the young man right behind him. They arrived at the top of the stairs a few moments later. Bdubs spotted Grian and Impulse slip into the sleepover room ahead. He swallowed. How was Kate doing? She okay? Had the test slammed in on her blood finished yet? Bdubs shook the question from his mind, dropping the redstone box beside the table in the main room. Blake's footsteps went down the hall behind him. The hermit figured he was going to report to his aunt that they had returned safely. He couldn't blame the adult protectors for being wary after the ordeal that happened 3 days ago. The hermit stole a glance toward the curtained window. It had been quickly repaired after the robot attack. The dark curtains rested limply over the glass, allowing afternoon sunlight to seep through faintly. Should he take a peek and see what was out there? What were the chances someone would be watching them? What would they even get out of doing that when they never went outside these days? Bdubs sighed. How he missed the warm sunshine on his face, soaring above the clouds with his elytra. There's so much out there to explore, so many opportunities to reshape the landscape and turn into something spectacular. The days when he could ride his horse along the trail and not have to worry about men in black chasing him through the woods. Would it ever be like that again? Or was that dream long gone? They'd all been through so much. Bdubs wasn't sure if anything would ever be the same again. Maybe that was to be expected. Like the failed mayoral race. Some things didn't always go to plan, and they had to be okay with that. Use what tools they had to make their world a better place, a safer place. Bdubs looked away from the window, following the sound of soft voices, to the sleepover room. He stood in the doorway, frozen in place. There was Kate, awake and sitting up in bed, propped up by many pillows. Sitting in a chair beside her bed was Skiz, Impulse on his knees beside him. Grian was on the other side, his back toward the door. Kate's eyes looked between the three hermits. Tears were filling her eyes. Green eyes. The eyes he'd first seen when he and his friends had found her in Lyra all those months ago, before they had been changed by Rhinestone's experimenting. They no longer looked like Gerald's eyes. Does that mean I couldn't just let him hurt you? Kate's voice was raspy and dry. You're okay now, Impulse said softly. You're okay. Oh, Kate said softly, looking down at her bedsheets. I don't know. Weird. It can happen. You just woke up from a 3-day coma, Grian replied. Kate nodded. Her face was still pale as a sheet, but her lips were no longer tinged blue. That's a good sign. Bdubs gripped onto the door frame, not sure he wanted to interrupt this moment. Dad was there, Kate said weakly. Anger flushed in the girl's dark forest green eyes. He was only doing what he was told, Skiz said simply. He thought it would be good for you. Kate shook her head. He restrained me to a machine that stole my blood. He tried to kill me. No, he tried to save you, Green insisted quickly. Kate glared at him. Don't you try to defend him. He's the one who took my blood and gave it to that murderer. He is the one who willingly let his wife get experimented on and wanted his daughter to join the enemy. Lost a lot of blood, Belle said softly, reaching for her hand. Your father didn't want to lose you. No matter the differences you had. He pulled you out of that machine and would have carried you out if Richard hadn't attacked him. Richard. Kate frowned, furrowing her brows, thinking. Richard tried to kill you. Your father realized that and tried to stop him, costing him his life. Kate's face scrunched up. Bdubs could see the conflict dancing in her eyes as a tear slipped down her cheek. Love can make you do weird things, his kid said calmly. It can make you do things you wouldn't normally do. Whatever it took, no matter the cost. Kate sniffed. So he's gone? Richard killed him. Green whispered. It's ruthless. Was? He's dead, Skid said matter-of-factly, squeezing Impulse's shoulder. He can't hurt anyone anymore. Kate nodded. How? Doc, Green replied, getting to his feet. Jolt managed to get some hermits together to come and get us. More tears filled her eyes. Everyone's okay. Everyone's safe, Jem said confidently. She was standing close by, her eyes not leaving the girl. Her injured arm was already completely healed, and we're going to do everything we can to keep it that way. Can you do that? Kate asked with uncertainty. Nothing's stopping us from trying, Bdubs said with determination. Kate looked up, meeting his eyes. Not even Gerald? Do you still sense him? Impulse asked. Kate shook her head. Not right now. No, it's quiet. Impulse nodded. Hopefully it stays that way. Yeah. You up for something to eat? Haley asked, standing a few feet away. She held a bowl of suspicious stew in hand. Your mom made this for you. Me? Kate's eyes widened. Does she know about Dad? Yeah, Skid sighed. Pretty much everyone here knows what happened. Kate nodded. Can I see her? I can get her. Green leapt up to his feet. No, I could do it, Bdubs offered with a wave. I don't want to intrude any more than I have to. You're not intruding, Kate insisted. I'm glad you're okay. Same here, Bdubs agreed. I'm glad you're on the mend. The teen giggled as the older hermit disappeared from the doorway, walking purposely toward the other bedroom, where the adults resided. You could feel Blake's eyes on him as he opened the bedroom door. Bdubs didn't mind. The boy was taking his job seriously, even though he wasn't going very far. Maybe someday they wouldn't need to be this cautious and wary. That everything would get better. They had to. And that's where we're going to end this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next week. Whenever that might be. Or whenever that might be, I should say. But yeah.